Hey up, welcome or welcome back. Something a bit extra today because I think that the subject is, well, very important and probably can't wait. Not just because of its immediate impact upon so many bikers, but because it speaks to a greater and more unpalatable truth. The truth that the misplaced perception that some people have of motorcyclists can sometimes find expression in outright, unreasonable, discriminatory behaviour at the hands of people who cannot see a world which extends beyond their own closeted and prejudiced existence. You know, one of the thoughts I hold, one of the images which I cherish and which sustains me through the dark winter months, is the homing into view of the majestic Hole of Hawkham as I ride over the North York moors for my first visit of the season to my second and most spiritual home, Whitby. And I'm certain that I'm one of many bikers for whom these experiences are joyous and life-affirming and soothing to the soul. As I crest the hill with the stunning landscape of this geological feature to my left, my heart swells and soars with the anticipation of the ride down into Slights village, and thence to Whitby, where my first port of call will be the Whistle Stop Cafe, which sits in the grounds of Whitby railway station, and where I will partake, along with fellow bikers, of a hearty breakfast whilst chewing the literal and the metaphorical fact. When I'm here in this beautiful place, with these beautiful people, I can know for a few precious moments that all is well with the world. The sight of all those bikes lined up in front of the cafe, just as they have for so many years, reminds us that this scene is as much a part of Whitby and its history as the boats, pubs, fish and chip shops, quaint little alleyways, the abbey and lighthouse. Alas, it seems no more to be. It transpires that somebody somewhere, presumably within Network Rail, who own Whitby Station, has decided to ban all motorcycles from the car park. The owners of the Whistle Stop say that they are gutted and that they expect to lose half of their business as a result. It's not hard to see why that might well be the case. There seems to be a distinct lack of any rationale from either Network Rail or the train operators at that location, Northern Trains and the North York Moors Heritage Railway. There has been speculation in the local media that the move is born of a belief in some quarters that bikers are somehow bad for business. Yet so far as I can find, there is no evidence whatsoever to support such a claim. But before we probe some of the dynamics potentially playing out here, let's just take a quick look at the history of Whitby's railway station. In 1836, the station was operated by the then Whitby and Pickering Railway, and in 1845 was taken over by the York and North Midland Railway. The station passed through several other operators' hands over the years until it became part of British Rail, following nationalisation in 1948. At peak, it had 4 operational platforms servicing routes such as the Coastal Line and the Eskdale Line. Like many stations of the day, Whitby fell victim to an axe wielded by one Richard Beeching, then chairman of the British Railways Board. Only the Eskdale Line was spared. 2 of the platforms were sold off and are now the site of the Co-op supermarket. And the old engine shed was eventually converted into holiday lets. Those holiday lets recently featured in the Hairy Bikers series. Dave and Si, as probably our most famous bikers, you might want to bring your influence to bear here. Your brothers and sisters are being right royally shafted. So you see, down the ages, it's been deemed okay to hive off 3/4 of the station infrastructure in the interests of cost cutting, otherwise known as profiteering. Yet for many years it has been accepted as a haven and meeting place for many a hungry and thirsty biker, seeking sustenance and a friendly word at the whistle stop. But now, in what appears for all the world to be an arrogant and hubristic move, we, the biking community, are no longer welcome. We, the bikers whose chosen transport is more environmentally friendly than any car, have been cast out in order to afford car drivers exclusive access to a place long cherished and supported by bikers of all ages, genders, colours and beliefs. A truly homogeneous group who have borne no ill will towards the car drivers there down the years. I do not know for certain who exactly has signed off on this, but my experience of working in hierarchical organisations for over 40 years suggests to me that this is a petulant and pedantic move by a person or persons who have no liking for the biking community and certainly no understanding of it. They have in one dismissive stroke trashed the happiness of a whole community of motorcyclists and potentially trashed the turnover of an established local cafe. It is the ultimate act of Grinch at Christmas. It's been reported that MAG, the Motorcycle Action Group, have picked up the case locally and have suggested a legal and peaceful protest if no compromise is forthcoming from the relevant authorities. And I fully support that call. Now, it was originally suggested in some quarters that all of this was just an elaborate practical joke. Always a possibility given the Mickey Mouse appearance of the sign. But it seems now that it's no joke, not even a sick one. Bikers represent a community. We have an identity, a way of life, a culture, a love of freedom, and we have a big heart. But we know, just as other communities have known down the ages, when we're being discriminated against. There are laws against that sort of thing, and somebody, somewhere, is breaking them. Please share this video. Let's get the message home loud, clear and united. I'll see thee.